And
Hey.
look who's here. you know.
Hi.
You know what time it is? It's time for. This Week in Comics, This Week in Comics, This Week in Comics, This Week in Comics, yeah.
Yeah. It's weeks in comics.
It is this week's in comics because we got some catch up to do. We haven't done one of these since the Golden Burritos, since before the Golden Burritos. What's up, Ignacio? And yeah, and then we had an interview. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And also look who's here. It's Cole.
I read Little Bird issue 3 today.
Nice.
Ooh, I need to reread that.
It's on Hoopla.
Well, I own it because I pulled it.
So I also own it, but
I could just pull it out of the box.
Sometimes reading digital.
I have to save. I have to save my Hoopla rentals because we're gonna drive to Florida, and I need like at least 10, if not 20 books loaded onto the tablet for children to read.
Hey, James.
So hopefully I don't murder them on the day and a half drive.
Yeah, and apparently
you can do that thing.
I can't go backwards in time until we go live. So hi, Sam. Yeah, don't murder them. So yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm
never murder a
kid. It's worth saving.
Try not to,
but so yeah, we're gonna go a little more like whoopty doopty. So there won't be any graphics, and we're just gonna talk about the stuff that. What up, Frank? We're just gonna talk about the stuff that we read over the last few weeks.
I need to pull out my list because I don't even know what.
I just have a stack. I think I'm missing a week, but I have plenty.
We did talk 216, right? That was because that was when I caught up on Time Before Time, which comes out next week. Number 11. Really excited.
Time Before Time. I'm going to talk about this because it's not quite a comic book. So I'll start with this. It's the Sartorial Geek from Scout Comics. It's a podcast and also like a newsletter like thing that they do, but now it's like printed, and it had an interview with Kelly Sue DeConnick in it, along with it's definitely it would probably fit in better with a fem stream given the content. It's definitely like fem forward, but I really dig it. There's a steak excerpt in it.
Interesting.
From friend of the show. There's also a Doctor Who thing.
Ooh.
Where it talks about like political and social awareness in Doctor Who. It's really cool. I really liked it. It was interesting. I don't know. They're on first. How to cosplay as Sabrina.
Did you pick that up from our shop, or did you order that?
Makeup tips to look like Sabrina.
Oh.
I got it from our shop. They had it at our shop, so
really?
It's in like the Prestige Plus section.
Yeah, I usually look through those because that's the book that, since it doesn't, our shop uses like short boxes to put everybody's polls in, and the Prestige Plus size doesn't fit. Hey, Wes, doesn't fit in there, so not every time, but a lot of times my polls, those polls get missed, so I always try to look at those just in case I don't want to miss.
Because it's a good size. There we go. And then there's a quiz in the back, and I had a call with Jamie and Aaron from For Everyone Media today, and we went through it. It turns out that my style icon in the geek world is Shuri from Black Panther.
Would you have guessed that?
No. Aaron's was it was between Shuri and Princess Leia. It was a mix between those two. I'm like, sure.
Slave bikini Princess Leia?
Yeah, I was going to say.
You seem like a slave bikini kind of guy.
Or is it space flying Princess Leia?
Yes.
both of those.
That is the worst iteration of Princess Leia. For space flying.
And then Aaron was Jessica Jones in Princess Leia. And then Jamie was Shuri and Cersei. So,
like from Game of Thrones?
no.
No, from Eternals.
Yeah.
I only know that from Marvel Strike Force, not the movie.
That's
just
funny.
because she kicks my team's ass every time she's
It's
on.
pretty cool. I would recommend go to Scout and just like you can get in just like on the newsletter and the site and the podcast. Like, I don't actually know how much I paid for this because I can't find the price on it. So it's a hard recommendation for me because if it was like $5, I'd be like, grab it. It is interesting and it's neat. If it's $10, I'd still grab it, but then it would be up to
Might
like
not be for everybody.
see if it's for you.
Sure.
But yeah.
It is
But I dig it.
$3.99 per the Scout website.
Oh, easy peasy.
Wow, that's a pretty easy pickup then. Maybe they'll have some
It's just for
next
Cole.
week,
What's up, Sheena?
and I can still grab one.
Also, hi. We'll say hi.
Yeah,
Hi. But yeah, so that's my first comic? Question mark.
comic.
I read a book that made a lot of people upset.
Oh boy.
They made it people upset that you read
Oh.
it. Oh, I heard it was good.
It was really good, but people are upset with the new logo.
They don't like
My
the
favorite
logo
thing is
'cause-
people that are
Can I see
posting.
it?
Yeah, people are posting about it. Like, I bought this, like the first cover appearance of it, but I hate it. Like, well, why did you spend your money on it?
Didn't have
It's
to
like
buy it.
literally.
I mean, it's better
Yeah,
than the
okay.
people who complain and they haven't read it.
So
It's fine.
he is
That's a
currently
downgrade.
the leader of the Hand.
Oh, I remember. I read
So
that. in
that's
the
why he has
synopsis.
that logo.
Yeah, that's right.
It's written by Jason Aaron. The art in this,
Crazy.
like at first, I was like,
It
man,
looked nice.
I hate this art because this is like it's really rough, but it's kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
people are dying. It's like the restart of like his wife, but then it does this,
Ooh.
Whoa.
and then it goes into the
Interesting.
actual art, which is really flipping good.
Neat. That's
Okay.
cool. Nice. Good to
There's
know.
2 writers on this too, I think.
If you keep
3
enjoying it, maybe
writers.
I'll grab the trade.
I'll read it on Marvel Unlimited.
No,
when it
I lied.
starts.
There's not. It's just weird because it says buy,
There's
but it
no
doesn't
artist.
differentiate how they
No
do it.
artist.
But
It's
I
an
thought it was a
AI.
pretty good start. But it is apparently I didn't realize this. It's $5.99. I don't know if you can.
Oh, $5.99.
Whoa.
Ugh.
It's not even a thick boy.
It's pretty thick.
Is it? Is it like 36 pages maybe? 48?
$5.99.
But it's definitely
But
not
their
$5.99.
comics are
thick.
such garbage quality.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like the
What?
cover is not. I was like thinking that
It's
because
not
I
even
went from reading.
cardstock or anything.
No, it's like almost an interior page from a
Yeah.
nice comic book.
Wow.
Is
Some of
the
their
cover.
stuff, like the Gwenverse covers were pretty nice,
Sure.
and that book was cheaper than this book.
But then you
This
pick
book-
up the trade and you think,
the trades are even more
worse.
garbage.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah, like-
frustrating.
I don't know why they have such terrible paper, but they do. But yeah, I like this. This was
They
pretty
look
cool.
really
There's
good on an
kind of-
iPad though.
There's this kind of a weird
There you
twist in it.
I'm not
It's
told
brutal.
years
Yeah,
ago.
Frank liked the twist too, so that's cool. And Sam
Like-
just finished it before the show, so that's cool.
Like he's just like straight up like cutting dudes' heads off and shit. And
Nice.
it's dope.
Cool.
Because now he's kind of like a ninja.
Punisher styles.
Would it be
Oh,
good for somebody that's never read any Punisher before?
It's a number one,
Yeah,
so it
I
has
mean,
to be, right?
Yeah, it kind of starts off. The
It's
only
not
thing.
a rule of thumb.
I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of like it's not. It's almost like an Elseworld tale if you think about it, because
Hmm.
he's the leader of the Hand right now.
Sure. Interesting.
Apparently, though, the end of like Daredevil Woman with Fear goes into this, so maybe I missed
that's what I
something
read
by not
too. Is
reading that.
Daredevil, the woman without fear or whatever, is tied into it.
I just know that Poser showed the like last image is the first appearance apparently of his new logo.
Ah,
I just finished the Daredevil run, so now next month, Woman Without Fear will start.
nice, cool, neat.
And apparently,
Speaking of woman without fear, Nick, I'm just giving you a weird, awkward segue.
actually, that kind of works.
Cool.
It killed me that we didn't do. I mean, the interview was good, but I really wanted to talk about this book, and then we didn't, and then we had golden burritos, but
Oh yeah, you were super.
I finally read that book too.
it's really good. Do you read it though? Is it really reading it if there aren't?
I mean, technically, I think you count that.
Flashbacks to Hedra conversation.
I don't think that we ever disputed that you aren't reading Hedra.
No, we
Or did
definitely
we?
talked about it a lot.
So, yeah,
Are you watching Hedra?
Are you watching? Did you look at it? I looked at this earlier.
It's an episode of Step by Bloody Step.
Right. Yeah, no, real good. I like having the wordless comic to just really. It's weird because I want to go really fast, but then you don't get literally anything from it. So it really forces me to slow down, and it helps even when I go to other books. It corrects my pace. There are definitely times that I'm reading and it's like I get halfway through or even finished, and it's like I didn't even look at anything. I gotta read.
Yeah.
I don't even know who was saying what, just that something was said.
There was words.
Yeah, unfortunately it's only like a 4-parter, so it's gonna be kind of short. It would be cool to have, something with real legs to it that did something like this.
I don't want a
I don't know
comic
if
book
it
with
could.
legs.
Yeah, if it hit a lot of legs, it'd just get real boring real quick, I feel like.
Or it'd be weird because your comic would run away from you. That would be awkward.
Or that. It's
I don't know,
kind of like eating a raw potato.
Wow.
And then
Accessible
there's
joke.
I don't remember if you said before, but you mentioned Little Bird, and that's the artist from Little
Oh,
Bird.
nice.
That actually
That's cool.
looks like a little bird.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's
there's
the
a
same
little
artist,
person
so that's
on the
usually how
shoulder.
that thing works.
Yeah, fearless lady. I think I know. The cool thing with this, right, is it's like I think I know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was weird that they banned Taco Bell in that second city that she was in.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird thing to put in there.
Like, I don't know. Like, I like Taco Bell's pretty good.
I don't know. Since we've had the authentic place open up next door to work, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time. And then I went back, and it never used to bother my system at all. But that time it did. So or either that, or I'm just getting old, and my glory days are behind me.
Go with that one. Speaking of glory days, Aftershock does have the best books. They
Bad
also
Idea
have
has the best books.
2 new books out. Well, Bad Idea doesn't put out comics anymore right now.
Technically,
as we
they're still
know it.
putting out comics.
They had the best comic books. Now it's back to Aftershock has the best comics. We Live #1, Black and White, came out this week. It's 2 $4.99 books that I really think should have been 1 $7.99 book.
Or even one $4.99
I
book.
don't really understand the point of these being in 2 hands in 2 different stories. I love the different perspectives. I don't see the advantage of it not being in just one book. You could tell the same story without doubling covers and pricing.
But you couldn't do this
stuff.
though.
You couldn't have 2 backups on it.
And you couldn't have variant covers for each issue.
One. You
Although
could have.
I think White had more.
You could do this and then have multiple variants still.
You could.
This could.
I think they had 14 of White.
This could have been a variant to this cover.
It could have been, but not as many people would have bought it.
That being said, I think this part is ridiculous. This being in 2, and I'm glad it's only for #1, and we're picking up from 2 and going normal. I really liked this. It's really interesting. I really like both sides of the story that they're telling. The gatefold cover, like Nick was showing, is awesome. It looks gorgeous.
Is it on both or just the black one?
Both are gatefolds because these are both A covers technically. So each A cover has the gatefold, and it's beautiful, and it's super nice. I loved We Live. This is a great continuation of it. It is set a pretty good amount in the future from the end of We Live. A lot of shit has gone down. If you haven't read it, I'd grab the trade and pick this up because I think it's a fun time. If you're willing to immediately start with a $10 investment. If not, then grab the next trade. But no, I really dig it. And it's still pretty. It's still really, look at that.
Oh, I kind of forgot that the first one had a gatefold.
Yeah. So good.
I really wish I had the second print of number 1.
The
It was
red one.
They had it at our shop too, and it was like, ooh,
that's the one that I have.
Is it? I hadn't fallen in love with it yet, so it was like, eh.
Yeah, mine is the red one. I didn't get the first print.
My only thing,
and I liked it. I really liked the red.
I guess, and I'm trying not to complain about it because it's not really a complaint, but that I feel like the book moves at a faster pace than I'm reading it at. Like you can turn a page and like a lot of shit will happen. And it throws me a little, same thing. It's like with the other one, I got to like slow down with it because all of a sudden it's like, wait, they're in a research thing. Who's this guy? What?
Oh, I like it, but I think I like that. There was a lot of stuff that, you just don't know. And you have to be okay with just not understanding. Like, what are they talking about? Okay.
Yeah, there's stuff there's a lot of foreshadowing and a lot of callbacks and a lot of stuff like that. So I think it does better on the reread or the reread.
Yeah, it is 2 separate stories, but they are happening at the same time. It's just 2 different perspectives of the same thing that's happening in time. They take place in the same time. They end at the same place. They start in the same place, but it follows different sets of characters that kind of interweave, which is why you could almost like you could whack hack this and just like every other page it with the other book.
It's also just
complete one. Yes, and then number 2 will just be
number. So there's 2 number 1s and then 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, they each say in the back was like continue in what calls out the other one and then number 2.
I thought I was so good because I read black first and it was like continue reading white and it was like I got it right. And then I got
I thought that way too. Did you start with white?
No, I started with black.
Okay, I started with black too because I went alphabetical because I couldn't decide. And
okay.
I forget which is which at this point, but I liked the one that focused on the shields the most.
I think that was white, but
okay. Either way,
I read them. I also read them one after the other.
They all come with a soundtrack. They all come with songs to listen to.
I didn't do the soundtrack on this time.
I never do. It bothers me.
Music still screws with me when I'm trying to read.
But it's like non-worded music, right? Or is there words in the music?
Issue 1, or the first arc.
Yeah, the trades out.
They had
first one had it, but it was because the song was
in a different language too.
Yeah,
which somehow made it even harder for me. But
yeah,
I like it.
There's a volume 1. There's a volume 1, and this picks up. I wouldn't read this without volume 1. This is not a jumping on point.
No, but it's a number 1.
I know that's yeah. But this is number 1. We live Age of Palladians.
Speaking of number 1s that aren't good jumping on points. Ooh. Naomi season 2 number 1 came out today.
Oh, season 2,
Wednesday. Which is super weird because like Naomi came out like
I thought that was
the first recent book Bendis came. It's 2018.
Okay.
So it's been
it's coming back because she's in
Justice League.
Yeah.
No, but there's a show too. No, I mean
there's a show. There's a Naomi show coming out.
Yeah, it's in they have the thing in here. But the cool thing, man, there's this sweet spread. And the art in this is fantastic. But yeah, there's this like the cover page is like her fighting Black Adam.
Ooh, nice. That's cool. That's rad. That's a good splash.
Yeah, but there's and where is this? So
I'll try it on rereads. Oh, nice. Yeah, there it is.
Which I've been watching the show. I'm not all the way caught up, but I'm mostly caught up. It's pretty good.
Flash Ray, that's a good point. That's why I save it. That's why I save it for the reread. Because a lot of times the first time I read through, I don't go at a very good pace because I'm still, I'm figuring out layout and everything else. But I noticed that with number 1, it was like with page turns and stuff. It was nice. It would like change tone.
Hey, no, I'm just on a ridiculous camera. I wish.
Plus, I have a really shitty one, so it's like the cheerleader effect.
Yes.
Love a good cheerleader effect. Yeah, but the thing I like about this book that's kind of cool is that in the first one, it's kind of just more like slice of life for a superhero book because she's just like, I'm a teenager. If you watch the show, the first arc is pretty synonymous with that show, minus like the love interest and the friends are slightly different. But this one is just like, hey, I was on the Justice League and now I came back and now I'm like, hey, friends. And they're like, you were on the Justice League. Are you going to finish high school? And she's like, I don't know. I go to therapy. Like,
interesting.
I would say that of all of the things that Bendis has
that was
done,
the whole arc one.
yeah, all of the things that Bendis has done at DC, I think Naomi is probably my favorite thing.
Whoa. Okay.
And
it's not
that
a huge list to go
that and Walmart Batman.
I was gonna say I would put Walmart Batman up there, and I liked his the Man of Steel Superman run while I was reading it. But that's
he made Justice League fall off of my pull list. So
I didn't read that. No, I didn't read that. Well, speaking of,
my dad agrees with the CW comment.
It's good.
I can't get into them anymore. After I dropped off, it feels like a big commitment.
See,
yeah, I did the same thing with Flash.
The current ones are all kind of their own thing. Like Stargirl, you definitely you should probably maybe watch Stargirl, Todd.
Okay.
Specifically, you.
I started Stargirl and I really liked it. I think I only saw the first episode. And I really liked Superman and Lois.
But also the thing that's going to pay off for you is like in mid-season 2.
Oh, God.
But the thing about Stargirl is you'll kind of like get it. Also, apparently there's like...
Can I watch it with my daughter?
I would have said yes, but I told my brother that my niece could watch it. And apparently in the first episode, there's like slut shaming, and I didn't quite realize.
That'll go over my daughter's head right now. At least,
okay, so because my brother was like, "Why?"
Be okay. Roxy watched
it. Yeah, he's like, "Why'd you have me watch a show that is slut shaming in it with my kids?" And I was like, apparently that went over my head.
Frank, don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
What if he makes it? If he makes him a space detective, though, it could be good. Bendis excels at like
street level Green Lantern.
Yeah, street level Green Lantern.
What he's good at. Fashion. That's what you always love, a good street level Green Lantern. Planet level Green Lantern.
Maybe he's stuck on a street level somewhere.
That's interesting. I'm really curious how all the deaths are going to work out because. Yeah,
I'm going in with such low expectations.
Me too. I'm just like, I wonder how this is going to shake out.
I'm waiting.
I'm more excited for Zdarsky's.
And it's
I'm more I'm more excited for Zdarsky's Batman than I am whatever event DC wants to throw in my face.
Well, and depending on how that event goes, I may be even more excited and planning on pulling Zdarsky's Batman.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I probably will, but.
When I say excited or looking forward to, I mean that in the lowest common denominator possible, right? Because I have zero faith that they can do anything.
Smart.
Which usually means I'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of books that you shouldn't read if you're not caught up to them, and books that have really cool centerfold spreads, Supermassive was a book that came out and... is it a spoiler to show that now? Like, it's been like 3 weeks, right?
Okay, quick, close your eyes for like 15 seconds. Nick's
unless you don't care about getting spoiled in the Super.
Or if you don't care about rating.
It's a cool little where they're gonna like change over, but then it goes all big.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
All right, it's not a spoiler for the thing,
but it's cool. Probably like the best part of the book. Also,
yes.
I mean, that's pretty dope. Like they do the transformation in a big fold out.
But you didn't even see the build up to how they got to the transformation.
No,
I don't know. It's just that
it's cool. And when I first read it, I was like flipping through slowly, and I got to that page, and I could feel that it was gonna fold out. And
I thought my page was broken.
Did you?
Well, because I'm trying to pull, and you could tell that it's
little
like the page. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like you got that. Mm-hmm.
I was like, are these two pages stuck together?
Oh yeah,
like my tankers,
right? Or that's
my tankers.
You still have that, right?
I do. I have a regular one.
Oh, yeah,
I have a good
I
one and a
forgot.
bad one.
I tend to text you the two pages.
You texted me the pages that I couldn't get to because I'm not cutting a bad idea comic book.
Yeah.
It's morphin time.
Supermassive is they were just
I don't know what
introducing.
mine is.
It's just to sell all their spin-offs for
Of course.
Radiant Black. It's good. If you like superhero stuff, it's fine. It's good. It's
The
nothing that's
Hasbro effect.
like amazing or anything, but it's like every page it's like, okay, here's Rogue Sun and here's this and here's that, and it's,
Sure.
okay, this is a new bad guy, and they're gonna
I'm
fight.
glad that
You
one
are
of the
selling it.
characters in that book
I love
is
it.
no longer alive.
Huh?
I said I'm glad that one of the characters in that book is no longer alive.
Oh yeah.
What? I'm not caught up enough to.
But the new one isn't.
Is it the OG dead one that you're talking about? Oh, interesting. I don't care. I'll ask about spoilers later because I don't care. I'm out of the Radiant Black world. I'm not investing in it. I'm done reading it. It's too up and down for me. I got way too much to read.
I am going back and digging out my old copies to reread them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's. I mean, there's other. If I take out Big Two, it's definitely my favorite. Well, it's my second favorite superhero thing.
Okay.
Out of the Big Two.
Big qualifier.
If you take out Nightwing, well, if you
so
take out Nightwing
what is your favorite
and
then?
Superman. I would still give it to
Black Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd still give that to Black Hammer stuff.
So Black Hammer, Radiant Black.
Then We Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's not a lot of superhero going on outside of that.
I mean, there's the Resistance. There's like
I'm not reading that.
Okay. AWA. And then
I'm reading. Oh, is that a superhero? Wait, it's too late. Now I have to talk about it. That's a superhero book. So now I have to rearrange it because I'm after this issue.
Is that a superhero book?
Spoilers, yes, it is now. I think.
Okay.
Maybe
superhero is different than super ability people.
Casper is a superhero, maybe.
Speaking of, you know who is a superhero?
But this is this just got real good though. I'll just say that.
You know what else is really good?
It only took 14 issues.
She-Hulk number 2.
15.
This is a superhero. Jen is a superhero.
And a lawyer.
And a lawyer. Look at that. I love that cover. I love that cover so much. I think it's great. She's like killing it in her like 80s
like classic
power suit. It's awesome. Rainbow Roel, Roger Antonio, Rico Renzi, Marvel. It's the number 2. This is the A cover. It was literally the only one left because I got it the week after. I didn't realize it came out, and I grabbed it off the shelf because I didn't tell him to pull She-Hulk because I didn't know
I think it didn't come out this week.
No, it was last week. There's only one on the shelf, and it was already there on Tuesday. It came out last week.
I swear I had it in my box like this week, but maybe I'm.
Yeah, it was last week. And then I'm really lucky there was still one. Either way, this came out since we've done it this week in comics. It's number 2. I really liked it. Number 1 was like
yellow cover.
Yeah, I thought that was
and there was a ton of them.
A ton of them. I really liked the one that I got. But this is great. I really love this book. I think it's awesome. It's definitely different than what I was expecting. But number 1 really set up the expectations for this one, and I dug it.
Drop and drop.
And yeah, no, I really dig it. Art's great. Story's interesting. Yeah.
I still have to read issue 1 and 2, technically, I guess.
It's great.
But I don't know where my issue 1 was. I got it from Gmart, and I just got like a bunch of Gmart stuff like hidden in the world.
Yeah.
That I have to find.
Classic.
Do you have a graded Shadecraft next to
I do. I bought this on eBay.
I was going to give him crap for
$12.
I just noticed it now, and I have to.
For $12.
One of the
$12
in the last year, one of the last books I would ever slab.
I would, yeah. Well, it's got some type of like.
Yeah, I'd buy that for at least 20.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it costs to grade it like $20 anyway, so I figure for $12 plus shipping, I will probably sell it at some point.
Wait for it got options.
Yeah, it got options, so I'll wait for that, and then I'll sell it.
Sell it for $200, and
yeah. I mean, even if I could sell for $50,
no, it's still something.
Double the amount of money I paid for it with shipping.
You'll get more than that.
Well, since Chop and Drop came here,
Option doesn't mean making. If it never actually gets made.
Well, then you're not going to get anything for it because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing. I really liked it in the end, though.
Oh, it was good in the end. Number one did not do it for me.
No. Yeah, I read all of them, and
I did too.
It was like, man,
it was all right. Yeah,
I bought 5 covers of this book, and I don't have a single one near me.
Oh, hilarious! Which one?
It is Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse #1.
Nice.
I bought 2 copies of the.
I didn't buy any of them, so
I got the Gwen Stacy cover. I got the. I don't know, floating head cover, and then the 1 in 25.
Yeah, the mask one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I mean, as far as like Spider-Verse stuff goes, there's like bringing in some new Spider thing. Have any of us?
He does. Yeah. That's like the thing he does. But no.
I sell a lot of comics now because I have too many.
I will someday.
There's so many that I just have that are just sitting here.
I have too many. I just give them to somebody.
I have comics that Todd gave me that I have to sell.
Classic.
The best is like there's like ones that Chaos gave me, and he told me to light on fire instead of selling. So I'm probably gonna be like, "Hey Nick, have you read this?"
Worth more than what you can
say
sell
no, and I'll light him on fire in front of him, and he'll just die a little inside. But I really like this. Like, it's kind of so. Some people said they didn't like it. I've only read Edge of Spider-Verse, so I haven't read any of the other Spider-Verse stuff. But I know other people who have read a ton of Spider-Verse stuff said this definitely fits in with the Spider-Verse stuff. I mean, obviously, Gwen is kind of like, it's weird because she's like going in time to find her other Gwens and other timelines. So it's very like timeline jumpy. One of them happens to be like Thor. Where she's Thor.
She's Thor?
Which is kind of dope. I mean, like,
cool.
She's just flying through times, but it seems pretty good so far.
That's fun.
Neat.
I read 5 pages with Hazel, and then she wanted to watch PJ Masks.
Yeah. It's a superhero show.
Yeah. Owlette is her favorite. I like Gecko, who's also named Greg.
Gecko is awesome. Gecko strength, but Owlette was huge. And then my daughter for a long time was attached to her Catboy watch that she had. She was obsessed, but she had an Owlette costume. So
that's awesome.
It was a big deal in my world before she discovered Avatar. Hey Nick, speaking of Avatar.
Speaking of buying multiple covers for something.
Going back to We Live?
Oh. No, he's not.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Saga, which I bought 2 covers of because.
Hey, me too, but I did it on accident.
Okay, well, when I read our preview copy of it, I noticed that, or not the preview, because we don't get previews.
We don't get it for Saga.
But it does go on Hoopla at midnight. So on Saga Day, read it first thing in the morning on Hoopla. And I noticed that in the back, there's a questionnaire, like an interview, like they're interviewing their readers, and I can't show the first one because it shows the last page. Well, I guess
don't show that.
It doesn't really give anything away. I saw the last page before I read it. It's just the guy going like this.
I know
what but yeah, so I saw the questionnaire, and it says in here that if you mail in the real thing, then you'll be entered in for a drawing to win something. And I'm like, you know what? Saga's $2.99, great price. I'll buy another one so that I can.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna do that now. I didn't know. I
don't know if you still can because I forgot. So now I have 2. I don't know if there's like a cutoff date.
Just send it in.
Yeah. I mean, I might as well, right?
Yeah.
Because now my only
Cole
hope
wants his to get worth more, so you need to rip yours out.
Well, I have 2, so I can. But yeah, there's. I don't know if there's.
I mean, Cole, I don't think that.
Cole got 7 of them, so he needs us to rip ours.
I only got 1.
Oh.
You guys are
lame.
Yeah, I only get multiple covers.
Do you want to buy one that's missing the last
character
page?
that my daughter likes? I don't even really like.
Awesome.
I mean, I do now, I guess, sort of.
Well, yeah. So Saga 56 also happens to have stuff in it.
It's good.
There's stuff inside of it.
There was a lot less sex and boobs in this issue.
Yeah. I have some qualms with it.
Oh. Do you?
I do not appreciate the extremeness that the ending provided. I get it. I get the story that's trying to be told, and I understand the character, and I get like he's writing it really well, and that also just like makes like the anger bubbles pop up. But I've like sat on it a while now, and I genuinely disagree with how it was approached. But I'm still gonna fucking keep reading it. It didn't ruin the book. I was just like, you're making a joke about like a trigger warning. So you're aware of trigger warnings that people might be triggered by things, and you like ramped right into something that's going to like make people put this book down and not keep reading it. Because
maybe, I don't know. I feel like it got
really. It became less fantasy for a while and got real for a second.
Yeah, for a second it did.
And it was just like, oh, okay. It makes me feel like I don't like the tongue in cheek after that. That was it. But
that's fair. That's fine.
I also saw the twist, and it really.
I loved it for its horribleness. But I definitely did when I hit that part. I definitely did go, oh, there's going to be people that don't like that. But I've had that with BKV lots of times. There's been lots of times that Why the Last Man?
Why the Last Man?
Riddled.
This is
riddled with shit that's way worse than this. Yeah, although that book has that tone, right? Which is what you're talking about.
It's also intentional.
This has like 22 pages of going one way, and then
I think it also bothered me. I saw the twist coming. It felt like it was really obvious, so I was just like, I'm annoyed. You worked really hard to make it not feel like this was going to happen, and then like it happened.
Yeah, it was good.
The art's amazing.
Yeah,
per usual.
I love really the pirate characters, and
and the ship is amazing, and I really like this cover a lot. I think it's really sad.
Oh, it's sweet.
Epically sad.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's really sad, but I really love it. I love that they're just like leaning into how sad this is. Like, it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
It's bright and depressing.
Speaking of trigger warnings.
Whoa.
Yeah, we might as well do that one.
Just skipping over me.
Oh.
Orphan and the Five Beasts happened at some point.
Oh.
This is the end?
Yeah.
No, there's one
terrible ending.
There's 4 issues.
No,
there has to be another one. This doesn't.
There's one more.
That makes no sense. If this is how it ended, it literally doesn't have an ending. That makes no sense. They are at 4. They didn't give 5 beasts.
I'm pretty sure that's the final.
There wasn't a 5th beast.
I think
I think there were only 3 beasts, maybe even 2.
No, they had. This is the 4th one. Each one had one.
I'm gonna look.
The second one didn't.
Yeah,
it was the same as the first one.
It wasn't just Leg Guy in the second one. There's no way this is dumb. Then I'm downgrading this to don't buy it, and it's real stupid.
Yeah, there's only 4 issues.
Only 4
trade is the next thing, and it comes
trade
out
in June.
This ending makes no sense.
It says the end. Look at the last page. It says the end.
Mine does not.
I don't think so.
Mine definitely does not.
No. And it makes no sense. It's not an ending.
I thought it was supposed to be 5 issues, but I'm guessing with the delays, they just made it 4.
Kind of does. It's kind of it's doing
the Salt Bay.
Sprinkle,
but no, it ends this part of the story. It doesn't end the story.
Well, there might be another arc then.
I would hope so, because that's just garbage town. Until there's more things, I will never recommend that book.
I didn't know really how to feel about it, because it felt like there was too many delays. It felt like it felt like number 3 came out in November, and then this last one came out in February or something. Like there was a 4-month gap.
I was going to say this. That is my feelings. If there's more coming,
the art.
If there isn't, it's fucking stupid. The art's incredible.
Yeah. You did that Robin book? Or Clown Hunter.
Clown Hunter, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Batman annual.
And he did a The Batman sketch on Facebook or something that was real good too.
Anyways, you want to talk about fucking Red Room? Because
it had some
We'll talk more about it if more is released and talked about. What up? It's Ignacio!
Yeah, and that's like his first thing. It was funny. I pulled this out and I started showing it to Don. Like, hey, check this out, Don.
Hey, Don, did you see this page?
He's that's cool, Cole.
I will say I did not read this book.
I really like
open
this,
it up to look at Ignacio's art after I saw it was in here, but I almost didn't buy this because I just can't. I'm just not digging on it like I did in the beginning. It's just too much for me, and now it's in color.
So this one, the way that it works is it's telling 3 stories at once. So the top part is the daughter's perspective. The bottom part is the guy's perspective. In the middle is the Red Room scene going through the entire thing, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, look, Ignacio's here. He saw us show us.
I can't imagine there's a single page that I can even show off that shows.
No, because the Red Room's in the middle of all of it.
Yep, don't do it.
But I liked all the other ones. So this is kind of cool. They have gone back to the Dominator, I think is the character's name, which is like he was on the mask. He was in the bird mask or whatever. Which the first one they didn't really kind of go back into characters, so they're kind of going back into it, which I thought was kind of cool. It is also, I think, didn't it say that it was banned in 18 countries on 22. The original one? Well, it says 22 on this one.
Yeah.
It's got 4 more countries. Good for them.
Getting banned in more countries. I posted a picture on Instagram of that thing and how I made a print of it, and Ed Pisker liked it.
I just don't know what the point is. I haven't I don't
know why I bought this.
What is the point of any comic book?
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but some of them have they're trying to say something, right? And I don't is this just a mirror for social networks and that's the whole thing, or is it? I don't. We love you more later. I don't get the point of it either. With it that I just it's like I feel bad after I.
Yeah, I know it makes me feel gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, and there's another one coming out like in February or something, so I'll see it.
There's the only 3 more.
That's 11 months away.
Yeah, I know. It was really
no. What it said. It's probably just late. That's probably it got printed late.
Oh,
it was probably printing error. Yeah,
in 11 months. Check out.
It'll be out in probably 3.
It's January.
I mean, in January. Wow. Only 8 months away, guys. Nope.
Yeah, it's coming out in April.
10 months away.
Oh. See, I was kind of hoping it actually was January because I was like, by the time next year comes around, I maybe be ready for it. I'll probably still get it.
I'm guessing that this book, because I think this was supposed to come out in November.
It's a perfect book for me to have in my collection that my kids will have to discover someday and be like, "What the hell was Dad into?"
The fuck?
Yeah. Speaking
of bad ideas to have your kids walk in on. Bad idea, Monster Kill Squad. This definitely came out theoretically when we did a This Week in Comics, but then it was damaged.
We
didn't get to read it.
I still haven't read mine.
So it's come out for us in our shop. I haven't
read number 3 yet.
In the last few weeks. And it's really good. It ends really well.
I think you disliked the first issue the most out of all.
No, I disliked it versus Pirate Queen because those came out at the same time. And I was just like, because it was Nick versus I, he was all like, Monster Kill Squad. And I was just like, Pirate Queen.
I just like the name.
No, that's fair. No, it's definitely, I think it grew a lot more after number 1. It became less obvious and it became more character driven. And a little more, in the world became more interesting, like the rules and how the supernatural forces worked and how they affected them. And it's really great. It's a really good wind up for this. The backup is maybe one of my least favorite ones, mostly because it's just kind of boring. It's not a very good backup. And it really sucks because this is maybe the last Bad Idea, this version of Bad Idea book.
I think theoretically they already asked comic shops.
No, they did.
They thought, yeah.
Because Don was like, that also sounds like they're going to be like,
would you want
never
them?
mind.
They had put something out, and I told Don, I was like, hey, it looks like shops are gonna have to like re-sign up again for Bad Idea. I'm like, I just want to let you know, if you get the books, I'll buy them. If you decide not to get them, if you could let me know, that'd be great.
So I said too. Yep.
Yeah,
Because I was like,
if you get them,
for them otherwhere. I won't be mean.
If you don't, right? Yeah, I'm like, if you don't want to deal with it, I get it. It's fine, but I do. So,
well, I want somebody else to deal with it. Technically, we don't deal with anything.
Yeah,
we get the best.
Really
we deal with the spoils of their good books.
Yeah, but I would.
It's really good. I liked it a lot. Backup sucked though, which is unfortunate. It's one of the best parts.
I'm sad because I'm in like a Bad Idea Facebook group, and all these people are getting the werewolf and the retirement plan graphic novels for turning in their buttons that I forgot to do. So I don't have them.
In 10 years, when they go, whoever has a button, Matt Kin's gonna fly out and have lunch with you.
Yeah,
you're gonna be happy to have him. Yeah, we all do it together.
Yeah. And then Nick will get a special like dinner because he has an extra one.
He gets to hang out for another hour with Matt on his own.
I'm just gonna like, hey Nick, cute, hey Nick.
I got an extra one.
There we go. Yeah,
I think I have 4. I think I have 4 of them.
Jesus Christ.
3 or 4.
Why don't you send any in?
That's crazy.
I forgot. I was going to for werewolf, and I wasn't going to get retirement plan, but I was going to get werewolf. But then it was before. I think wasn't that before Final 5 was announced? So it was like, who knows how many things they're going to do. I
still think they're going to slow burn it, and there's going to be something else that happens.
And at least one of them I got after the mail-in date that you could send.
Yeah, because there was
at
one
the
of the Final
time.
5.
I think I only had 2 at the time, and it was like, I don't want to send both of them in and not have one anymore. Especially because retirement plan just didn't sound good. But
yeah. Hey,
it's probably the better one.
Speaking of retirement plan, there we go. Hit me. No, I almost grabbed it, but I'm just trade waiting to AWA now. So
Krista Faust and it's Priscilla. She did the art on
Bless
Chariot.
You. Oh, the art from Chariot's in there?
Yeah.
Might see if they still have one then.
It's kind of a weird concept. So
is it not like it? Is it like Chariot art?
It's not. The coloring's different.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean,
that was the best part of Chariot.
I mean, here's the first page. So the art's good, but I mean, it's just that it's more like grim. Sure. Oh, there might be a boob there. Sorry.
Booba.
It's kind of weird. So the concept of this book is that this girl lets pay pretty much she gets paid to let dudes beat the shit out of her. That's what she does.
I can't. Wow. Okay.
And she's going. I don't know.
Is it positive after at least number 1? Does it not end feeling terrible?
Technically, I mean, you only see her getting hit by a guy in a flashback.
Okay. Ugh. All right.
I mean, I guess technically she's wrestling with a dude, but it's
sure.
It's like sexy wrestling.
Oh, sexy wrestling.
Nice.
All right. I'm torn. I'll see. I might flip through it if there's extras because they
Krista Faust seems to have I don't know. I don't think that this would be I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm a white dude, so I don't really know how to read something like this and how people might feel about it. But
sure.
I don't know. Just looking at the stuff that she puts on Instagram and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be making a book that is considered.
It's just more if I want to wait for the trade.
Yeah,
because I don't want to get a single. If it's just makes me feel shitty and it takes 3 more issues for it to be story complete. I'd wait for the trade then.
Yeah,
because I don't want to sit in those feelings for a month waiting for number 2.
Does she sneak out afterwards and then beat the shit out of them in the alley?
Well, that's the thing. She knows how to do it if she has to.
Sure.
I
thought it was just a blackjack book.
So it's in a casino. I mean, loosely what happens is there's a
man really got almost swerved on that one.
Pretty much to really go into what the book is about, you're essentially spoiling the twist.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, you technically don't really see her getting beat up, but I mean, there's a picture of her covered in bruises.
Sure. All right.
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I mean,
But
I'm at
it's
minimum,
kind of
I'm
weird
grabbing
because
the
it's kind of
trade,
like
so.
it could go. I mean, the way that it goes definitely seems different. I don't know that her getting beat up by people is even going to play a role
It
in the
might
actual
just
book.
be. It might just be character development.
It might,
and
yeah, it
now
might
it's-
just be what sets it up for this. But who knows? I mean, it is called Hit Me, so maybe it does get into that eventually.
Man, it's that homonym. I thought it was Hit Me for Blackjack, but it's actually the other one.
Yeah, and actually, there's a soundtrack in the back of this,
Oh.
and it just brings you to Britney Spears' "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" on
Are
repeat.
you serious?
No, no, I'm definitely not.
I'd be so happy. That'd be amazing. What a trip. That's what you have to imagine is playing in the casino the whole time. They just have that playing.
Over and over and over again.
It's actually in
Speaking of Britney
Vegas.
Spears.
And Britney
Speaking
Spears
of
it's her Vegas show.
Nice.
Come
Come on, Nick. Work with this.
This was my
segue.
number. This was my number one book last week.
Oh,
I
shit.
might agree with you.
I missed crossover.
Oh no!
I didn't get it.
Yikes! 'Cause
Shit.
This was
Shit.
Yeah, that's definitely
Real
the best
good.
issue of crossover.
Oh,
Real
fuck me.
good.
I'm just gonna
Like-
mute you guys.
Well-
I'm gonna mute you guys for a second. I'm gonna put this up. When you take this down, I'll know it's safe.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Oh, I don't
you
know.
read
I don't
issue
know.
11,
What?
right?
He's already
What?
here.
Did you read issue 11?
I just my mute button doesn't work because it's through my microphone. I can't. I
Oh.
have to take off my headphones, which I could do.
Yeah.
You read the last issue, so you know who
Yeah,
shows
I
up.
read. Yes.
So
know
I
that
mean,
part.
like that pretty much
It's just
that
it's,
happened.
it's from that. It's
Yeah, like
okay.
that's a hard thing too, because like essentially you're spoiling issue 11, which like for people that are trade waiting, you're definitely going to be
No,
spoiling
we
big
can't. We
stuff.
can't
So we're
spoil this.
pretty
part.
much the reveal of issue 11. That's what happens in issue 12, and it's
Okay.
awesome.
Cool.
At least I thought it was awesome. I think Nick said it was his favorite comics too. So if you don't like the character,
It
and this
beat
is kind of it,
Noctera
right?
on my
I
list.
had low hype about that character being involved, but only because I was like, it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I'm excited to now. This is the book that I was waiting for because I'm like, okay, now I want to see the character in the world. The reveal is like, okay, cool. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's
I
see
definitely,
what
like,
happens.
I know Poser was super high on the reveal, and I was like I
I
don't
was
get
too.
how you could say that
I
that
didn't
was
think
the
they would
best
actually
issue
pull
of
it
the week.
off. I
When
didn't
like
think they
the
would actually pull it
reveal, I don't know. Like for me, I've come to the point that if the last page of a book, if like the most of the book is slightly mediocre and the last page was like that's phenomenal, for me that's not necessarily good.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
I don't get pumped for that anymore.
I'd rather it
because-
be in the beginning because if you reveal in the beginning, then
Yeah.
pay off throughout. It's like
or reveal in the middle.
let's fucking go. Yeah, exactly. Give a little bit, but just like the end, it feels like you're just trying to sell number 12.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel
But-
like you're trying to do anything for 11. You phoned in 11 because you knew what was hitting at the end, so you were gonna sell 12 no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's and this is the first reveal for me where it's like I don't know, like we can probably I mean, like Valifax, like that's cool, but that's not like even really like
Yeah, that's why
it's
I
a
didn't
character, I
expect this.
guess,
They've
but
always
like
done-
that
they've
was like
always
the
done
coolest
that, or,
thing.
Like, oh,
It
this
was neat.
This
Yeah.
shadow looks like
Uh-huh.
Batman or whatever, and it's like okay, or it's
I like
There were the
what's funny is
turtles.
the jail cell was maybe
Yeah.
my favorite like nod to all the different like
yeah.
look at all the things because
I-
that was just fun.
I
was like,
thought it was
oh,
just gonna stay like
Who's there?
that.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Tell you one thing, at issue 12, this is a very different book than it was at issue 1. Like it's all
Yep.
over the fucking place. And I will say too that if you are trade waiting this and you somehow have not had what we're talking about spoiled, that is amazing to me,
It
because
is.
I will unfollow Twitter accounts and stuff if they post like spoilers and stuff like that, just because I don't, even if it's something I'm not reading or something, it's like I don't want it to happen where
If you do it for this, you're going to do it for something I care about.
right. So it's like, no, that's it. So I do that. But it's like, even like I can't even say the creator's name, because it might give away the character.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. That's
but
funny.
like even there, like it was like the day after the book came out. They were
Even
like,
Bendis.
yeah, they're like, oh, I loved revisiting this character and stuff, and it's like, dude, like
It was crazy
People
when
might-
Bendis' Superman
people might
showed
not
up,
know yet. Yeah.
right?
Or when
Exactly.
just Bendis showed up.
Yeah, it was the nail biter. the comic
in
book
Nail
version
Biter,
of
yeah,
Bendis, the nail biter comic
Man,
book. Whoa!
that flew over my head and then it came back into my
Yeah,
head. I thought you
that's
were like saying like nail biter, but you were saying like nail biter.
like nail biter Bendis from the
Yeah.
comic comes in to crossover. That'd be kind of amazing.
And
I
then he
don't
fights
know.
normal Bendis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the
It's
book
great.
is just it's super meta with the form of comics. So if you're somebody that loves this media and are somewhat involved with characters and writers, there's lots of references here and there to things, and it makes it much better. You might not like it if you're not aware of a lot of things. This is not a book that like sometimes I'll run into people that, oh, what would you write? I've never really, my brother's thinking about reading some graphic novels after seeing the Batman, and this I would not give him crossover. As like
it's for insiders
to comics.
You have to be in the comic world to really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing comments over here, but not on Restream, so I'm sorry if you guys can get new comments.
The last one I've seen is that one there.
Yeah. There's other comments that have been coming in. Is Bad Idea all over now? Probably not.
As we know it is.
New World Order comics. What's up? Hey, burritos. This book is based on a true story, I think. I'm not sure which book. I'm assuming you're talking about crossover. Definitely is.
Yes.
Definitely unfollow Twitter spoiler accounts. Fuck yeah. That's yep. No. Mm-hmm. I hate that.
Yeah. It's
right. Speaking of, you talked about creators and artists that we follow really being inside of the community and all of these things.
Oh boy.
It's not a stupid segue. It's literally perfect. Here is a creative team that I will literally buy any issue they put out. Little Monsters, Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nguyen.
I knew it.
It doesn't
look at that one.
That's good.
Oh, look at him.
It doesn't matter. To be honest, this isn't my favorite book because it's mostly setup.
Yeah,
it's so much setup.
If it weren't for them being the creative team, I probably would not get the second issue of this.
Yeah,
I might because I really like the setup.
I mean, it's fine. It's just wow. Yeah. There's so many characters. The introductions took so long. Like, here's this character. Here's this character. It's like, wow. Okay. Usually you'd give like, here's a couple characters, and then you add on as the story goes. But they're like, here's all of them at once. It's just like, and then in a row. I hate how this book was laid out, how it was set up.
See,
the pacing.
I am the exact opposite.
Almost everything about this book I disliked, but I'll get number 2 because it's Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. And I trust that they're going to use this setup and make it amazing.
I liked that like each page it was like, here's this person and here's kind of something about them. I think it'll be good for me going on, because usually it's like if it's all in one page where it's like, hey, here's the kids, then I'm already on page 4 and I don't know who Billy is.
But I don't know any. I don't know them now. I can remember Bats.
Bats, yeah. Bats is cool. Vicky.
And
I only remember Billy.
It's not
Billy. Billy looks a lot like Tim.
Yeah.
Yes, Tim 21 is in the book, which is a really cool callback.
This is the crossover we wanted.
Yeah. It's really wild that they brought Tim 21 into this universe.
I just love that for Dustin Nguyen, we go from Ascender, which is massively colorful, different palettes of colors and watercolor washy things to like.
I think currently Robin and Batman.
Yeah.
And Robin and Batman was the same way too, yeah.
But then we're black. But I'm ready for
color.
I'm ready for the splashes. Like, I think it's going to ramp, and there's going to be a crossover where all of a sudden it's more color than it is. And I think this is like they're planting the seeds, and it's going to be part of the story is color expanding.
Nick, can you just show just me? So don't show everyone else, but just show me on the stream the last page.
What?
Yes.
I just wanted to read the last page.
Everybody else go like this.
Don't
for a
actually
second.
do it.
No, don't do it.
Because that's like the biggest. I don't know.
Just send him a picture.
Oh, well, I was just making a joke, more or less. I can probably pull it up on my phone. If
I honestly was like you said, it's mostly setup. I don't think it's a spoiler
so
at
much
all.
setup.
But
well, that's
it's a little spoilery.
I mean, it's on the front
that's
cover
a bit
too, right?
too much. No, not that way. Not like that. It's different. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll post it on Twitter.
Because this came out this week.
My account.
It's different. If this was 2 weeks ago, it was 2 weeks ago, it'd be fine. But this is from this week. This is from this week.
That's fair.
But I liked it enough that I trust the creative team, and I trust. What's funny is I trusted, but now I remember feeling this way about Primordial and going, number 2 will be great.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh dang.
Primordial is the perfect example of like, I wish I would have trade weighted that book, because I feel like too, I would have liked it a lot more if I read it that direction, because that book probably would have taken me like 32 minutes to read and trade.
Oh,
this feels very different.
I think you're like underestimating your ability.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I reread it all, and it was like a cool 2025.
Minus the first trade, Gideon Falls went so quick. Sure. But that first trade was like hella dense.
It's a dense boy. Yeah.
And like, because I remember I reread it, and I think it took me one night to get through like the first 6 issues, and then I read the next 20 the next night in the same amount of time.
Oh yeah, and then you're flying through it all of a sudden. Yeah, it is wild, and I'm curious how this will go.
And I think that's more of just like Sorrentino. I think that's his.
Yeah.
Like the way that he does art just makes for storytelling.
Sorrentino.
Yeah, and yeah, but I think it's more built for storytelling of a visual effect than like wordy words.
Isn't it?
I thought so. It doesn't matter, but yeah, agreed. It is definitely more of a visual tale, while being led by whatever the plot is.
Where I don't think this is going to do that, but also
this seems like it's going to be a.
This is only 5 issues, though, right?
Yeah, it's a mini, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Jeff Lemire going to become like the opposite, where it's like, I need long form from you, and your short form is just not quite doing it for me, because like
he had some good short form stuff though too.
No, he has, but like I don't know. I like how Primordial happens, and I immediately start questioning if this.
Well, I mean, this book,
but this one didn't help.
When you say that,
this one didn't help.
When you say that, I felt the exact same way about this. Like, I wanted to be like, is Jeff Lemire better? Like, should I just start trade weighting? Like, obviously not, because
I felt very similar the first time I read through, but then the second time I read through,
I've read it twice. I've read it twice now, and each time I'm just like, I don't like the pacing.
Okay.
But we'll see how number 2 goes. It might be completely vindicated. Be like, all right, you did the right thing.
Maybe. Or maybe he's just turning into the comics Stephen King, where it's like every once in a while it's great, but then there's like just
to be fair,
but I would say that still the worst Stephen King book is better than like 90% of other authors making books right now.
Maybe.
I mean,
at least
I don't read a lot of Stephen.
Yeah.
But Jeff's also doing Black Hammer, which is regularly amazing, for a long span. Like, when was the last real big dud Black Hammer?
But he's also kind of switched it though to little mini offshoot things. It's not.
No, but it's still him doing a long form story. That's
I mean, the only ones that maybe like I've liked less than normal have been not written by him.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
Visions.
Yeah,
Visions ones.
But some of those visions were really
There's
good.
A few hot ones in there.
Yeah, look at you, Patton Oswalt.
That was the best.
He's great. Dude needs to grab
he's coming to Grand Rapids.
He needs to grab a couple series and do it.
He was making like a Marvel
show.
Yeah, he's doing like a stand-up show thing or something. It's on Netflix.
Oh, hey.
I think it is Frank. For some
up.
reason, your comment came in, but no one else's has. So.
Yeah, that's.
I think like 3 just.
Is Little Monsters a part of Lemire's horror universe? Sure.
I think so. And I don't know if it's a universe.
Yeah,
per
I don't
se.
know if it is.
I think it's more of like a line, right?
Established.
Well, yeah. Remember, he said that he signed a exclusive deal with Image doing.
No. But I'm saying in terms of it being like an actual like continuity universe, or if it's just.
I don't know. I think it's more of like a line.
Stories.
Like Skybound,
starting
but different.
But yeah.
It just says
Jeff Lemire.
Image on
like Skybound, but in Image proper and Jeff Lemire.
Well, Skybound is technically an Image proper. It's just its own thing.
Well, it's a creator-owned part of Image.
Isn't that what his thing is supposed to be, or is it just specifically?
Everything on the book says just Image.
Yeah, it just says Image, right?
Oh.
Yeah. It's not like Jeff Lemire's
I thought that they were giving him a thing.
World of Image.
Yeah,
it might change, though. Who knows? But this is just Image. It's got the 30th anniversary on it.
30th anniversary.
Oh, yeah, that was mine.
Speaking I do have to drop, though.
You're
told Teresa that I would be.
Give us, what's your favorite book?
Favorite book that I read from this week?
Or top, like, 2 or 3?
Top 2 or 3, I would probably say, let me look, because I definitely didn't talk about some books. It's definitely not Radiant Red. That's probably my least favorite book of the week.
Perfect. So Little Monsters.
That is definitely right above Radiant Red. I would probably say either Punisher or Red Room for me.
Okay. Wow. All right. Neat.
I mean, I like Naomi. I liked Hit Me. Those were both really good. I liked One Verse 2. That was pretty good too. But yeah, I know. I've enjoyed Red Room, and that was like the most solid storytelling of any of the issues.
I will give it that for sure. That was cool. I liked what they did with the coloring on the top near the end was, and on the bottom just before the end as well. But for sure, the story on top was very cool.
And I think Punisher is like going to be a pretty decent book. I mean, it's weird. I think Jason Aaron is like that guy that I don't think I like Jason Aaron, but a lot of people do. And I was talking to
like as a
what's
person,
his name? Who's the dude? Andrew. I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I feel like Jason Aaron is now like what Bendis is."
Oh, sure.
Like, you know, where like he wrote some really good stuff, and now he's just coasting and making mediocre properties.
Sure.
But I don't know. I liked it. It seemed pretty good. It's a good start, I would say.
Cool.
So,
all right, sweet. Well, thanks. Good night, Cole.
Enjoy your.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably will be in the chat, but I'll probably be upstairs because my wife needs to go to bed. So,
one less hour tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Cheers. Oh, I forgot about that.
That's right.
Thanks for ruining that. My phone.
Well, I helped. Now you're not late in the morning.
Yeah. Well, my phone will just figure it out.
Your phone does it.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, this is hard.
That's what she said. We did it. Way to go, fam. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. It'll take me 2 seconds because it's over there. Oh, well, then you just talk about something real quick, and I'll be right back in like 2 seconds.
Hold on. I don't have a book ready yet. Well, we already talked about Radiant Red not being super great. I
thought you were gone. I couldn't see you. Like, you fucking still left.
No, I was just looking for a book to talk. I didn't realize you were going to be that fast. Rogue Sun came out after Supermassive. Supermassive.
That was
I like this one way better than the Radiant Red spin-off. So
no, this came out before because Radiant Red was this week.
Right, but it came out after Supermassive. Supermassive.
I thought it was Rogue Sun, Supermassive, Red Sun. Doesn't matter. Either way,
I liked this one.
Cool.
Not so much the other one. This one, I'm not a super huge fan of the main character, but I don't think you are supposed to be. Oh, yeah, where is Steve?
Where's that Steve?
I'll have to check.
Let to make sure he's okay.
I did mention Noctera 8 last week. Crossover did just beat it out. This book took a turn that some people aren't super psyched about.
I think I missed that too. That sucks. I missed a week going to the shop, and I think I missed Crossover and Noctera.
Ooh, yeah. Well, you would have missed Crossover, Noctera, Rogue Sun, Nita Hawes.
Oh shit.
Was
okay? I gotta go back and see if there's anything.
So, yeah, you might have to go on Tuesday and check that out. That was another. Where is that one? Nita Hawes Nightmare blog.
I read it. It's excellent because I read.
Oh, okay. You did read it. Okay, yeah. So that's penultimate.
It's excellent. It's awesome
for this one.
Love me some Nita Hawes,
which was fantastic. And I was trying to think if I had any other ones from. No. Oh, I had the last book you'll ever read, or as I'm starting to call it, the last Cullen Bunn book I'll ever read.
Hey, got him.
It won't be, but I don't like.
Yeah,
this.
You're a liar.
I don't like this. I
dropped it after one.
Smart. I don't think it's bad. I just don't like it.
No, it wasn't enough for me to be like, I can't commit to this. It didn't hook me enough.
Yeah. So it's interesting. There's two that are kind of, I guess it's not really similar, but Human Remains from Vault is better.
Okay.
I like this a lot.
Okay.
Because this is all
I'm
like
trade waiting that, and I'm excited because you've been so stoked on it.
I don't know if I'm like stoked on it, but it's definitely
for a Vault book. You've been pretty stoked on it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like human emotions. Like if you have emotions, then these monsters come and kill you. So like
Neat. That's cool.
You can't like argue in the streets or have loud sex because the monsters will come kill you. So it's kind of a neat look at emotions and that kind of thing.
So it's a quiet place with emotions.
Right. It's like, don't get mad that you got cut off in traffic.
Sure. Speaking of Vault, the Blue Flame #7 came out, and I fucking love this book. Holy shit. It's so good. It's so introspective on the human condition, and it's so interesting. There's like 3 storylines going on, interweaving throughout this now. Well, it's not now. It's been for a while. But they're really colliding now, and it's super interesting. I love this book. I think it's great. I feel like I've heard a little bit of like pushback on like about it, but I don't give a shit.
Oh, really?
It's awesome.
I feel like I have heard nothing about it except from you.
From me. Yeah.
I read the first.
The only other thing that I've heard. Yeah, it's great.
I'm just waiting for it to finish up so I can get the trade of it. I am very behind on that.
2 of these came out since we've been not doing this, which doesn't make sense in my brain. In 3 weeks, 2 have come out. I know one got delayed or something, but like then they didn't change the other date. I'm confused.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
So Apache Delivery Service 2 and 3. This book doesn't know what it's doing. I don't really understand. I dropped it. This could be applying to Blue Flame or Apache Delivery Service. Either one. I hope it's Apache Delivery Service, not Blue Flame, or Human Remains. Could have been for that too.
Or Saga.
Yeah.
Drop Saga.
I don't really get what they're doing in this book. I feel like it's changed themes multiple times in 3 issues. I was really excited about it because it's the Fear Case team.
Yeah.
And all right. If you ever are like on Hoopla and you're like, maybe I'll check out the trade, I think it'd be worth it. But unless you dropped it after 6, then you did the right thing because you're not gonna like it. But yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. The next, I don't know if it's 4, 5, or 6 issues that we're getting of this. But I need a little bit more from it than it feels like at the end of each issue. They went like, oh, but actually it's this. And then they start off the next issue and it's immediately something different. And then it's, oh, but it's this. And it
is only 4.
Okay, there's 1 issue left. That is weird. Right now, I cannot recommend this book.
I got 2 behind and I was like, I guess I'll wait for 4 and read it in trade form. I read 1 and didn't hate it.
No, I was intrigued.
You and other people were so hyped up for the team. I liked Fear Case. I didn't love Fear Case, but I liked Fear Case a lot. So I was like, yeah, okay. And I read #1, and it was like, all right, yeah. I mean, I trust the team, so I'll stick with it. And then I didn't. I started reading #2, and it was like, oh, I gotta find #1 and reread it, and probably because it changed so much, and I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on.
I wouldn't worry about it right now. I'll let you know after the next one. Maybe it'll be like a whole.
Well, I've already bought 3, so I might as well.
But I'm saying in terms of prioritizing it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's once I'm behind on something, it's no longer on a priority list of any kind.
I have 3 books left.
I have like 1 or 2.
Okay. This other one.
Really 1.
Basically the same thing that I've said every time. This is really great. I really like it. You don't need to be a Magic fan. You do need to be caught up on it. You at least need to get. I think the arc ended at 10, so you want to get 11 if you want to jump on. But 11, 12 so far. It looks like they have a. It looks like they have something they're wanting to do regularly through each big arc. Something very familiar happened in this one that happened in the first arc, based around like characters and how they're set up and things like that, which is fine because it's still a different story that they're telling. But there's a similar structure to this arc as was the last one, which doesn't have to be a bad thing as long as it doesn't get like redundant. As long as it's not repetitive, it's fine. You can have like Justice League always has basically the same people on it. You can have variations on it, but then it's the story that you tell, and it's kind of like that. So it's
looks
great.
The cover looks really.
And
nice.
look at this cover, yeah, it's really nice. It's funny because this cover really encapsulates. I can't remember. I don't think this came out this week, so I can be a little spoilery. I guess if you're worried about Magic spoilers, it's mostly a conversation.
You, Todd.
Yeah, the whole issue is basically a conversation, but it's really good. Like it's just them. It's that. Like what's on the cover. It's really what you get is what's on the tin. They're sitting around eating and drinking and talking about like their motivations and like what they want to do, and then like going back and forth. And it was really good. It's really solid, and I really appreciated a book that relies like basically 0% on action and can still keep me like involved. And it's still pretty well done. The art's never my favorite. The covers definitely always outshine the interiors, but it's solid. Like, but yeah, so it's good. Still.
This.
Oh yeah, I read that digitally.
Somehow, is a great book.
This was better.
It's better. It was great.
This was better.
This is not the end of House of Slaughter, but I believe this is the end of this story.
Yes.
Of this
it seems like this is the end of that.
This was the end, and now because I think it said something like it's going to be the Red Mask.
Yeah.
Next or something. But yeah, I
was it red? I don't remember. I read it.
I forget. You read it yellow, whatever.
It doesn't matter. They're moving to a different house.
All I know is it's not green, so I have to keep pulling to get to the fucking green. But it's all I want. And I want a variant cover.
It's gonna be the last one.
I want a variant cover where it's this, but just the teeth in green, like a green background.
I can just print you that, man.
No, but I want it on a comic. But yeah,
I could print that on a comic. I can make a sticker and stick it on a comic for you.
There you go. Yeah, I thought it turned out in the end. It got a little convoluted here and there.
I don't know if it's worth the other 4 issues though.
If you really love Something's Killing the Children, it's worth it.
Sure, if you want to know the world and all of that, yeah. But man, it really feels like this could have been 2 or 3 issues.
Yeah.
This really felt like we had a concept and we're like, stretch it out.
It retold.
5 issues.
Kind of bounced back and forth a lot, and it
doubled back on itself a lot. Yeah,
and I think that kind of made it a little bit more confusing. I agree. I think 2 or 3 would have been better than 5, but or just throw some more background in,
add more people into it, or something else. Make it their story and another story.
The time jumps for me between the time jumps and trying to figure out if I'm supposed to read all the way across the full page spread or not. And now it's affecting other comics I read where it's like if there's a big black background, then it's like, wait, is this supposed to go? So I don't like that, but
same.
That's a personal thing there.
But that issue was good. I just think it could have been number 3 instead of number 5.
Sure.
Speaking of finishes, this is finishing up the arc. Batman 121.
Landmark issue.
Another landmark issue of Batman. This isn't Detective, though. Williamson, Molina, Janine, Mori, old enemies. New allies. No, it's good. I like I've said before, it's a solid book. I'm not like in love with it. It's not going to be like I need to get the trade for this so I can have this like to read on its own. Nothing quite like that. But it was nice because Batman got so far and away from what Batman was for a while. It felt like it was nice to be like, okay, we'll go to something that's a little bit more familiar with how Batman operates and all of that. I'll miss the art from the Tynion run for a long time, but it's still really pretty. Yeah, I know.
I have good news for you.
I know, it's great. It's hard. It's just like it's been a nice 6 issues because the art's not bad. Melina's great. Yeah. But I just really that was the saving grace of Tynion's was like this is really pretty and different, and I really like this feel a lot. But no, it was solid, and I'm ready to move on. Like it feels like they knew they were only getting a mini, and it's not a big deal.
They do. I thought that was interesting. Williamson actually tweeted out when they announced Zdarsky taking over that was the plan basically all along.
Because he only had 6 issues. They said they were upfront. Williamson is doing a 6-issue run.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was knowledge from beforehand.
Okay.
This book it was just a transition arc, and it worked just fine as that. It bridged us to where we're about to go. It was solid enough because it transitioned me from really hating Batman to being like, okay, I'm open and receptive to the next stage. Let's go. And I got one more now.
I got one more. Cool. This is my number 1 book of the week.
Woohoo!
It is from Tom Taylor. It is Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 9, featuring Nightwing. It is part 2 of a crossover of Nightwing being... Well, it was Nightwing... The last Nightwing issue had Son of Kal-El in it, and now this one has Nightwing in it. And it's just another one, like I said, it's once again, nothing like super crazy or anything is happening, but it's just so fucking fun. Like, it's just fun.
It's a good time.
And it's just so great. There's one page. Where is it? Where are you?
I can't wait for that trade because I haven't read it.
Where are you?
I can't wait.
It just, to me, it sums up what both of these books are doing right now. You have Nightwing so casually falling off a building without a care in the world.
He's just like, look at that. He's doing a crunch. And then, he's doing some crunches on his way down.
And then you have John coming in to just pulverize and
I'm
kick some ass, which is where I come in, he says. There's such a great like brother dynamic going on between these two guys. It's a 2-part, but you need Nightwing.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably still grab Nightwing.
Oh yeah, I think I have it here somewhere. But
it should still be doable. If you can't find it yours, just let us know and we can look at ours for you, Sam.
Yeah, they had a bunch of...
but then I don't Canada. Damn it, Canada. We'll toss it over the border for you. We'll meet you. We'll meet you at the tip of the thumb.
Yeah, and I was getting into it with a few people on Facebook earlier today, because DC like shares that same panel, and of course you just have all the people complaining about Superman being bi and how he's not the real Superman and how he's not really Superman and you guys are all lying to yourself, and it's like, no, it fucking says right on the book right here, Superman. It's a DC book. And it says he is Superman, and when you read the book, he's Superman. So he is Superman, but
it's almost like there's like 7 different Green Lanterns too, and they're all Green Lantern.
The people complaining about this book, I guarantee you, are not reading Superman, Son of Kal-El, because all they have to do is complain about how Superman is gay or bi or whatever they want to call it, and it is such a minuscule part of the book.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Other than the fact that when he kisses his romantic person, that person is a male.
But it's not too much, Bob.
But It's not like John is like, I'm gonna kiss my boyfriend now. It's not like thrown in your face. It's
Nightwing, I can't hang out with you because I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, it's not.
He's like, no, we're gonna go fight crime because that's what I do mostly. Is I go fight crime.
Right. Yeah. That's really
because I'm
really what it
Superman.
all is. In fact,
no one cared when Lois Lane was around.
If anything, I would maybe complain that they aren't doing that enough. I think that
I agree that it will sell. They will sell if they have a sex scene with it. They thought that kiss was a big deal. That shit's gonna sell like fucking bananas.
Well, that's the argument that I'm having with somebody too earlier today. Was somebody was like,
it's one of the top selling.
Like, this isn't selling at all, and I'm like,
that is incorrect.
DC themselves said that it's unprecedented sales. So you cannot like LGBTQ people. You cannot like that. That's your business, I guess.
You can fuck off, but that's fine. Yeah, you cannot. It's your choice.
Right, but the book, like I said, you're obviously not reading it because the book isn't centered around that at all. Tom Taylor is doing.
Those same people also probably had issues with Superman crushes the Klan.
Probably, yeah.
Got him.
Mm-hmm. No, great book, a lot of fun. I love that I had, especially with this being the crossover, there was 2 Tom Taylor things happening that I liked both of them, and then they crashed.
I'm very excited too. I'm really excited to get into it. All I have is the kissing issue because it was a big deal, so I grabbed that one and then thought I'd keep going, but I never read it, so I didn't grab anything after.
Sure.
I'm gonna grab the trade though. No, I'm gonna grab the trade. That's selling a lot. I'm assuming at some point this will be a nice collected book, and that's what I'm banking.
They might go hardcover with it
because it's selling so well. I would assume they'll do a special edition.
They should.
Speaking of special,
if they don't, we will complain about it until they do.
Oh, my Far Sector's ready. I just got the call, so I'm gonna grab that soon.
That took a while.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, Flasher. That's what I was saying. Sorry. If an artist wanted to, they could like draw over, and I forget John's, I forget his name, but the other person. You could change it to a girl, and it wouldn't change the story itself at all.
Yeah,
because okay.
No, it makes sense, of course, because it's just an SO. It's just a romantic partner. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's fine.
It's silly. Nice. All right, that works. My last book is actually 3 books. Because we haven't done this in 3 weeks, so I have 3 detective comics.
That's good.
1054, 1055, and 1056. That's so weird. I love we don't do this for 3 weeks, and I have 3 detective comics. It's really good. At this point, the backup story has become the best part of the book. It's great. I'm so excited. Like, I am more stoked for 11 and 12 of the backup story than I am of the main story, but I'm still excited for the main story. It's still solid. But this backup story, holy shit. It's so good. It's dumb how good it is.
Is it like a bad
It's called House of Gotham, and it is revolves around a normal person living in Gotham through the ages.
Oh, that's cool.
Through like being a child and now growing up and things like that. It's really interesting, and it's the best part of it right now. And it's incredible.
Cool.
I love it. It's amazing. I'm so excited. There's only 2 left, and it's just so crazy. Yeah. Oh no, it's rough. The character gets it is tough. It is not a fun story. It is intense, but it's so good. It's so
I wouldn't expect
done.
that living in Gotham is super great.
Yeah. It's almost like that's a pretty shitty end of the stick to be, because you could live in Metropolis.
You would think that after like 3 massive Joker attacks, and the Riddler floods the city.
We got to go somewhere
and Mr. Freeze is freezing everybody.
Scarecrow poisons the air.
Yeah, but like at a certain point, you think people would be like, "All right,
yeah."
Riddler turns.
Yeah, Riddler turns the city into a Sudoku puzzle. And you're just like, God, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
There has to be some massive tax breaks that get people.
Gotham must be the only place with universal income.
They have a universal income and there's no sales tax.
Yeah.
So people just love it there.
Yeah,
because of
it's
that.
Pretty great. Yeah,
everybody gets free water, but sometimes it's poisoned with fear toxin.
Yes, but the rest of the time, super nice. People still live in Flint, Michigan, for sure. But there is a difference between lead pipes and poison pipes.
Right.
They are technically the same thing, but lead is unfortunately something you don't see for a long time. It's out of sight, out of mind. Joker attacks and Arkham Asylum breakouts are really in your face problems.
You take the kids to the aquarium and it's Joker fish everywhere, and you're like, damn it.
Wow. Hey, is that dude wearing someone else's face?
Shit.
Okay, kids. No, it's time to go home.
Oh, that would be funny. I want that. I want the Marvels. That's Marvels, right? Where it's the
where it's the real person living in it.
People around living with
the photographer living through it.
We need that in Gotham, where it's just people trying to live their lives and just getting ruined by Batman's rogue gallery.
Yes, and then I have a quick trade dump to go through.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you do.
I've got Black Cotton, Volume 1.
Golden Burrito Award winning.
Golden Burrito Award winner, Black Cotton, by friends of the show, friends of our lives, Brian Hawkins, Patrick Foreman. God's DMV as hell, yeah. I got The Nice House on the Lake. Really excited to read this. Super excited.
That's 1 through 6?
Sure.
Maybe?
1 through 6. Collects Nice House on the Lake 1 through 6.
Okay, I think
excited.
1 through 6
it is
DC.
The worst feeling Black Label trade I've ever felt.
Oh.
It really sucks. It's wildly disappointing how it's standard, and I get it was just a normal comic and all that, but I was expecting to at least get a little bit of the Black Label treatment.
I think they did the same thing with Last God.
Yeah, I think so. Whereas the Me You Love in the Dark has a Spot UV letters in the front and it's almost a soft touch. Not quite like Scout level soft touch, but it's pretty soft.
Softer.
It's nice. And I'm excited to read through this because I read number 1 and went like, I'm going to trade weight it because wow. I got Majori Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. Cole talked about this a lot, and I try to get most AWA things. So I'm going to give that a go. Snow Angels, Volume 1. I've already read this. It's a real thin boy. This is a thin boy.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But I really liked it, so I grabbed that because I didn't have it in physicals.
What was the price on it? Is that a $9.99?
This is a $19.90. Fuck me.
Whoa.
Don't get it. Get the digitals. Holy shit. $20. That's a thin boy for $20.
It was good, but
ooh.
Jeff, Jock, come on.
Comicsology, Dark Horse, come on.
Yeah, that's probably more Dark Horse.
One of my favorite books, Golden Burrito Award nominee, Man-Eaters the Cursed. This would be on my very short list of end of the year.
Is that hardcover?
No, it is not. I really wish it was, but it looks like really nice.
Looks like a leather bound.
Yeah, it's got a really great look to it. It's the standard nice image quality, image comics quality. And I really love this book, and I'm really excited to get to read it all because I read it all in singles, obviously, and I can't wait. I never did a full reread. I just went month to month, so I'm excited.
Was that Image or Dark Horse?
This is Image. Man-Eaters is a Image.
Oh, that's
IP.
Right. I'm thinking Dark Horse is Spy Island.
One that I have no idea what it is. The Forest. It's a Fantagraphics hardcover. I haven't cracked it open to look, but it's just images. I'm going to give you the first one, but it's literally just 25 images that tell a story. I haven't flipped through it yet. It feels like a really serious thing. It's got a soft touch, spot UV on all of the things. It's really, really well made, and it feels like a lot of care was put into it. And I want to get into like a good space before I do it, because there's only going to be one time I get to flip through the 25 images and do it for the first time. And it has that, it's emanating like, take me serious. You'll get something out of me feels. So I'm waiting to do that.
You got to get the lighting just right.
Yeah, it's got to be the right vibe. And like, I can't be drinking. I have to be like, I can be slightly drinking, but not like drinking. And then I've been waiting for this for so fucking long. Hardcover, The Flintstones.
I didn't know there was a hardcover.
It just came out. Let's fucking go, everybody. I am so fucking stoked to get through this. It's a deluxe hardcover, which it's through
Mark Russell.
Yep, it's Mark Russell, which means you get a nice hardcover treatment. Look at that.
All right.
Look at that. And then it just goes, look at that.
That might be a new Nick's sexiest book.
Look at that. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at that.
Beautiful. And I love that book so much.
I do too.
I have. Let me see. If anybody's shop still has any singles, I will very much appreciate. I'm missing a couple.
Yeah, I attempted to look for those at one point and then dipped out. But no,
it was after Comic-Con last year. I went to Comic Signal and they had like 6 issues.
So Mark Russell, Steve Poog, and Chris Chuck
I don't think I scanned them yet.
It's wonderful. It retails at $50, which I know sounds like a fucking lot. Like, I get it. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't save it.
It's tough. It's tough for me to be like,
that's 50.
Go spend $50 on this. That's rough. And I really don't like to be like, go to InStock and get it there and all that. But like,
I will. I
don't really see where the $50 is, other than it's amazing. Other than like the story, it's one of the best stories. It's Mark Russell's piece de resistance. Like, it is the Mark Russell book. I go, if you want to see if you like Mark Russell, grab Flintstones, check it out. If you like this, I've got other recommendations for you. It's got a variant and sketch cover gallery in the back. I think it's slightly bigger.
It's not on Amazon.
So it's slightly bigger. You get a little bit.
It is $38.49 on Amazon.
Okay, that's
if you'd rather support Jeff Bezos going to space again over in stock trades.
That's not a big enough. That's not a big enough discount for me to give to Amazon. But it's also
unless you're earning points and you can use your points to buy it. That's maybe what.
It's not huge difference either. This isn't like hugely oversized. You're looking at like.
Now this says book 1 of 3.
Yeah. I don't see that anywhere. It says the deluxe edition online.
It just says 3-book series.
So is there 3 more? I haven't went through it to see if this is the whole thing.
It should be for $50, you would think, but this might not be the same thing. Because Amazon. It's the same cover though. Hardcover. Interesting. I have seen stuff.
This is it.
1 through 12, yeah.
This is it. That's definitely it. I was about to say what the ending is in this book, but if you haven't read it, go read it.
I have asked Mark Russell this
1 through 12.
at least twice, but I would love The Jetsons.
I know, right?
That'd be so cool. It's same thing, but The Jetsons would be killer.
This also has the Booster Gold special in it too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is cool. It's nice that it has that. And it's a new introduction by Mark Russell in it. So it's great. I'm really excited. I haven't read through it yet because it came out this week. And I'm picking up on stuff. What's up, Second Street? I'm just talking about my trades. Oh my God, the Munsters. Fuck yes. Just somebody like lock down Mark Russell for like a 5-book series where it's these classic Jetsons, Munsters. I would love Mark Russell's Brady Bunch. I think that would be amazing. I want to see what he would do with that. Give him Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's would be cool.
That'd be amazing. Beverly Hillbillies.
$28.99.
Andy Griffith. Mark Russell's Andy Griffith would be amazing.
What was your cover again? Let me see your cover because this looks different.
It's the.
Oh no, that is it. I was looking at the wrong one on.
But mine says 1 through 12.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing on Amazon.
Collected here in full for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to see your stuff.
Munsters. Rob Zombie's doing Munsters movie, and it just came out that it is rated PG. Which is I
saw that on Reddit. No, you got to see it now. Rob Zombie doing a PG movie.
Now I have to. Yeah.
What's a Caucasian besides that means you're also enjoying Comic Burrito? In Doctor Strange and Comic Burrito? What Doctor Strange? The movie or the book? I don't know how to do my favorites because it's over 3 weeks and I jumbled everything into my list. I have no idea.
For 2/23/22, I had Black Hammer Reborn, Philadelphia, Saga, Supermassive, and then Step by Bloody Step.
Okay.
For 3/2/22, I had Nita Hawes, Rogue Sun, Noctera 8, and then Crossover 12.
Okay.
Do you have this week separated, or do you just want my top 5 for this week?
Oh, I'm gonna say I'm making my top 5 because who the fuck cares what I just talked about?
Yeah, that's fine.
So my number 5 is the backup of Detective Comics.
Just the backups
of the 3 Detective Comics.
That's funny.
So that's my number 5. Number 5.
Number 5. My number 5 was We Live Black. Number 1.
Oh, I like calling that a Caucasian. Nice. Okay. Nice. I love that too. That's incredible. I love that. Give me a free Ukrainian. Fucking hell. Yeah, let's do it. What was your number 5? What did you say?
We Live Black.
Oh.
That's my 5.
I can't remember which one it is. My number 4, I think, is We Live Black. I'm pretty sure this is the... I can flip it open real quick.
We Live White was my number 4. I like, for whatever reason, maybe it was just because I read it.
Okay, never mind. My number 4 is White, and
You're flipping it?
I'm flipping it because this is the hero centric one that I enjoyed more.
Right.
And then my number 3 is We Live White.
My number 3 is Little Monsters number 1.
My number 2 is She-Hulk number 2.
I put all my books away.
I think that was this is definitely not.
My number 2. Where are you? Is that it? Nope. My number 2 was 7 Secrets number 15.
Nice. My number 1 is nope, I'm just kidding. It's not the Flintstones. My number 1 on the dial, number 1 on the boards, number 1 on the charts is Monster Kill Squad. Number 4. No, number 4. My number 1, number 4. Because that ended really well, and I will always give huge props to a comic that ends well.
And my number 1, where did you go?
Oh, shit.
There it is.
Okay, they're going to be with Legion. I might check that out. Sunday's usually like chill out time, but that's cool.
Number 1.
Hey!
I already said it earlier, so I was just waiting to find it. Superman, Son of Kal-El, Nightwing crossover part 2, number 9.
I grabbed this too.
Oh, is that the
Green Lantern YA book.
Yeah,
I haven't read it yet. I grabbed that.
Those are like novels, right?
Yeah, they're graphic. They're graphic novels. Yeah, they're graphic novels.
Oh, okay.
They're just YA graphic novels. But yeah, so go check out our friends tomorrow, talking with the Miranda Bros. That's awesome. That's fun. That'll be a cool time. And then check Girls Talk Comics out on Monday, because they are part of For Everyone Media, which I didn't do anything in the beginning intro wise. Cole
you mentioned it a little bit.
Threw me all off.
You mentioned it.
I mentioned it a little bit. But yeah, go to foreverymedia.com, sign up for the newsletter that's on there, because the newsletter is about to come out. It'll keep you apprised of all the cool things. There's a shop that helps support Burrito and For Everyone Media and Girls Talk Comics. Anything on there will support the whole thing. There's Hear Everyone Reviews. Steve had Drumsticks of Doom launch on Tuesday, his review of that. And then Clear number 1 review, if you're thinking about getting into the Snyder trilogy. My favorite one is Clear. And Aaron did a review of number 1 that just dropped yesterday. So go check that out.
They did a Fingers Guns ones too. Who did
Finger one that came out last week. But there's Finger Guns, there's Kagastar, there's Good Luck. There's a lot of really awesome written reviews on there at Hear Everyone Reviews. foreverymedia.com/Hear Everyone Reviews. Yeah. So yeah, check us out. We've got a couple more things brewing. I'm really excited. Next week we'll still be here. It'll be your regularly scheduled Burrito, because we will be having Travis Gibb on the show talking about his new Kickstarter, Cthulhu Invades Wonderland.
And nobody backed that yet.
Yes.
Please wait, because as with the last Cthulhu Invades, if we get enough people that back the book during the interview,
we'll do another.
Then you get to watch me stay up way too late playing my second D&D session.
Yeah.
Which is definitely worth backing it.
Come hang out. It'll be a good time. You know, it's going to be Travis, but it's also going to be a lot of the Cthulhu Invades crew. So we're going to have a really good old-fashioned, just big old panel hang here. So come hang out, back the comic then. Yeah. For it. But yeah, we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. I say that once a month. Hulk smash the like button.
Ant-Man the like button.
Thanks for getting wrapped up with us. We love you. I'm Todd.
I'm Nick.
And this has been Comic Burrito, a live stream. Bye.
This week in comics, this week in comics, this week in comics, this week in comics, yeah.